A pleasant bright day to everyone. Today I will be presenting my research entitled Antihypertensive Potency of Antidesma and its other medicinal uses. When I was a young boy, my grandfather died because of hypertension. My other relatives too. My cousin at a very young age found out that he has the same situation. My parents has also hypertension. So it leads me to study and to conduct a research on how to decrease it. I walk around and look for something that can help for the decreasing or to decrease the probable cause of it. So I found the Antidesma or Bignay plant. So it drives me to my curiosity. I searched it on the web and found out that it can help to decrease the hypertension. So, I conduct a study. My study is a descriptive research, a content analysis. Because of the pandemic, the laboratories are closed. I can conduct a phytochemical and morphological because of the COVID-19. Hypertension, something else called high or raised pulse, could also be a condition where the veins have consistently rise squeezing figure. It is genuine ailment and may build the danger of heart, mind, kidney, and different infections. 21% of Filipino adults are hypertensive. It causes 7 million deaths per annum, while 1.5 billion people suffer thanks to its complication. The burden of high blood pressure is felt excessively in low and center pay nations, where 66% of cases are found. To an excellent extent, due to expanded danger factors in those populations in ongoing a few years. According to World Health Organization, natural herbs or shrubs are widely used in increasing order to treat almost all the ailments of the human body worldwide. Antidesma spring is a restorative plant found in numerous dipterocarp regions in Thailand, Philippines, and additionally throughout the Southeast Asia. The plant is 3 to 6 meter tall, however can arrive at 15 to 30 meter high. The leaves and roots are utilized for opal injury. Its English name is Chinese laurel, coran tree, nigger's cord, and salamander tree, which is native in India and other countries. The plant is ordinarily referred to Thai nearby individuals as maulwang, while in Philippines as Bignay. Buni or Beronai in Malaya or India. Woni or Honi in Indonesia. Kol Lintu in Laos, Choi Moi in Vietnam, Moi Ken and Chongka by the Aborigines in Queensland. The United States Department of Agriculture got seeds from the Philippines in 1905, twice in 1913, and again in 1918. There are examples in trials stationed in Cuba, Puerto Rico, Honduras, and Hawaii. And the natural products, when ready, are customarily utilized as a restorative plant for gastric intestinal issue. For example, diabetes, looseness of the bowels, acid reflux, and obstruction, while leaves normally utilized as enhancing when joined with different vegetable, while its natural products are handled into jam and its juices matured into wine and cognac. As of late, it was utilized to treat or extraordinary ailments going from cold or malignant growth.
This is a descriptive study on Antidesma Bunius to fight against hypertension. To analyze the data gathered, the potential antihypertensive compound of Antidesma Bunius was obtained from a set of texts which can have written, oral, or visual, and the books, newspaper, magazines, speeches, interviews, web content, social media posts, as well as in the photograph and films. Data gathered is processed by following the steps involved in content analysis. These are read through or examine the data. Next, identify coding units. Then third one, the data is analyzed by applying the coding units. Fourth, summarize the data in a frequency table. This study is conducted because of COVID-19 pandemic. The science, technology, engineering, and mathematics wasn't be able to conduct a study on a laboratory experiment because the school and the laboratories are closed. The pH value that demonstrates that Bignay organic product juice can be sorted as a high acid fruit. The pH of food sources and refreshment is a significant factor that influences their time span of usability and handling condition. The lower pH level of the Bignay fruit product juice may allow short purification time at generally moderate temperatures since pathogenic microorganisms don't develop at low pH. Anthocyanin has been reported to be susceptible to wide pH, where acidic condition provides higher stability of this compound. Chemical compounds of Bignay fruit is being presented in the table 2. The result of total phenolic content of Bignay juice is much higher than the recent studies that is reported. The result of the several studies reported recently is lower than the result of Hardinacenta et al. 2020. The total phenolic content of Bignay juice in study of Hardinacenta et al. 2020 is higher than other juice such as pomegranate juice that is studied by Yildiz et al. 2009, grape juice that is studied by Padella et al. 2017, and mulberry that is studied by Comiloglo et al. 2013. The major phenolic acid that has been reported of those authors is gallic acid, vanillic acid, and chlorogenic acid. As mentioned earlier, the potentially high anthocyanin content is the dark-colored fruit, where the anthocyanin content found in the study of Hardinacenta et al. 2020 is significantly higher than those reported previously. The result of anthocyanin content in their study is 426.602 mg per 100 ml juice, which is higher than the recent studies. In these following findings, it shows that the previously reported studies about the anthocyanin content of Bignay plant is lower than the study of Hardinacenta et al. 2020. In addition, the differences in maturity of ripeness varying the level of anthocyanin, considering that the bright red color is the younger stage of maturity and the color shift to dark purple shows state of being ripe or later stage of maturity. The result of vitamin C content of Bignay juice is higher than the ascorbic acid reported in the recent studies. The 48.93 mg per 100 ml is being reported by Hardinacenta 2020 is higher than the result reported by Chaikham and Chaikham et al. 2016. It indicates that Bignay juice can be a potential source of vitamin C for the human diet and can be substitute for orange juice. According to Sanchez Moreno et al. 2003, The Bignay vitamin C content is comparable to the ascorbic acid content of orange juice with a range of 249.81 to 612.75 mg per liter. The flavonoid content of Bignay juice in the study of Hardina-Sinta et al. 2020 is 3.78 mg per 100 ml. That was significantly reported lower than those others. From the previous reported that the amount of rutin in Bignay fruit has 16.61 to 25.54 mg per 100 gram fruit weight. Based from the flavonoid content found in the study of Hardina-Sinta et al. And those reported by others, there are significant difference in the type of varieties and growing condition. The antioxidant activity of Bignay juice based from the study of Hardina-Sinta et al. 2020 was measured by DPPH and EBTS method. The IC50 found in this study for Bignay juice was 0.11 mg per milliliter and 0.126 mg per milliliter for the EBTS method. Previous research evaluating the antioxidant of Bignay fruit grown in Manipur, India, exhibited toward antioxidant activity with an IC50 value of 1.717 mg per milliliter. Other health benefits and illnesses that can Bignay fruit cure are antioxidant activity, colon health, weight loss, or urinary tract problems, treatment for snake bites, regulation of blood pressure, liver health, gastrointestinal health, cardiovascular health, eye health, treating syphilis, prevent cancer, skin rejuvenation, treating ulcers and itching, cure for diabetes. For the conclusion, the researcher concludes that the bioactive components of Antidesma Bunius have many health benefits and use in cancer, obesity, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases. The evidence presented is strongly indicative of the notion that Bignay is becoming part of evidence-based medicine in the control and/or treatment hypertension. It may be advisable that patients be appropriately educated, particularly in relation to herbs whose consumption has been considered safe for thousands of years and has been supported by scientific evidence, such as one based on clinical trials with large population groups.